Hello there. I'm going to be showing you how to, some of you are having issues running the 410 local checks or the Oracle jar, and I was just going to make a little video to show you kind of again, just doing what it did in PowerPoint, running the local jar. Also, there was an issue where people were running into something called a unsupported major minor version. This is just because, and then the jar simply wouldn't run when you're running out of this all tests method. The reason being is you are using Java 7 as your JDK for this project, this assignment 0 project, where we ask that you use Java 8. And some of you might not have Java 8 on your computer, so I'm going to show you a site where you can download JDK8. And I mean, once you install it, honestly, the installer is pretty, it's just fine. I would imagine if, I'm going to show it for Windows, and I'm going to supply some screenshots for Mac, and I'm imagining if you're on Linux, you probably know how to use apt-get, and you should be able to take care of installing the JDK. But you might not know how to add a JDK into your Eclipse library as one of the selectable ones, and then to actually select that specific JDK for a project. So without me babbling on, let's go ahead and do this. So really quick, I'm going to start off by showing, again, how to set up the 410 local checks. So right now you can't see where my mouse is. I'm working on two screens. I'm just showing you my right screen. My desktop is on my left-hand screen here, which you can't see, and I'm going to go ahead and just drag my 410 jar. I'm holding it right now with my mouse, and you just grab this out of wherever, and I'm going to drop it right here onto the assignment 4 folder. This puts it in the base folder. Some of you are putting it into source, some of you are putting it inside your package. We want you to put it in here inside assignment 0. So copy the files, and there it is. Oh, you know what? I didn't, let me go ahead and just copy a run test method or class that I have saved over from when I was writing some of the boilerplate code for you guys. So you'll notice, like, right, if you haven't added to your build path, like I said, it's red. Why is that? Let's just open this and see. It's looking for assignment 0, so we are really try to import this grading tools. That's part of this 410 local checks jar. So we need to add this to our build path. So I right click on assignment 0 project. I go to the build path, configure build path, and you'll notice that I have my, currently I have my JRE 8, so Java 8. I'm going to switch to 7 in a little bit to show you what happens if you're running on 7, why this wouldn't work, or well, that it won't work. And so let's quickly just add the jar here. So you can add a jar or add external jar if you don't have it saved in your project, but I would recommend just saving it there for easy access. Some of you were, we'll get to that one after. Sorry, it's hard to talk and move my mouse at the same time. There, so I'm going to select the 410 local check jar. So it's there. I'm going to apply and press OK. Cool, so that resolved that error. So some of you, when you're running this, you're double clicking on the local checks jar. While it is a runnable jar and the GUI will show up, I don't believe it will be able to find your linked list A0 package or assignment X, whatever assignment we're on. This I'll tell you the package name and all that, and the project name for every assignment. But it won't be able to find that if you're just trying to run the jar by itself. It needs to. I'm not saying it's impossible, but what I am saying is that I can assure you that this is the most consistent way to do it. So let's just go ahead and run this run test.java method or class. I keep saying the wrong words. Okay. The computer's being a little bit slow. There we go. All right. And it popped over on the other window. So, got 100 on it. No big, just kidding. But yeah, I mean, and if you see something wrong. Hopefully this message will tell you something useful. Sometimes it'll just say a little pointer. And like I said, refer on Piazza or now on Dr. Stott's website for the test dump so you can see exactly what happened to that test and kind of recreate that over here in linked list playground, where you can like insert nodes and remove them and make sure that the list is printing out as it, showing as it should. If there's a null pointer in one of the test scripts, chances are if you recreate it, right, by doing a sequence of inserts, removes, all that good stuff, you're also going to run to that null pointer, but now in a debuggable environment. Okay, so and now I'm going to go ahead and change. This is something I'm going to go ahead and change my JDK I'm going to use to 7 and show you this major minor error that some of you are running into, and we'll resolve that in this video. So let's I just removed that JDK. So now I just said let's add a library. So I clicked on that and brings up this window. So you want to add a JRE system library, and some of you might already have JDK8 installed. So if you click on alternate JRE, you could have a drop down window of installed JREs on your machine. You'll notice that I actually only have 8. So I know I've installed 7 at some time, so you can actually add, this is exactly how you would add 8. So imagining you've installed 8 on your machine, I would click on install JREs and see, like, all right, Eclipse only knows about this guy. Let's see if we have another in our file system we can add. So the standard VM is the default choice, and you just kind of click through. Now it wants to know the directory of your JRE. This is where things can kind of get tricky. Where's the folder? So normally this will be under your PC if you're in Windows 10 or just my computer or whatever, right? On your C drive or whatever your default drive is, program files, Java, and you'll see all the Javas you've ever installed. So you'll notice I do have a JDK7 on here. So I'm like, okay. So you click on that base folder there, and it's going to do some chugging because it's saying, cool. And so it has all this stuff. And here's, again, if you wanted to pause right now and see, like, the path, C, program files, Java, and then you'd be in your list of JDKs. You would select the one you want, and that's the base of what you want right here. Well, or just look at this. So I'd select finish. Be like, all right, cool. I'm going to say, all right, here. And so now, if I bring this dropdown, I have more than one JDK to choose from. So you can still keep your old JDK or JRE or whatever, and So I'm going to go ahead and just set it to 7 and show you this error, and then show you the download page for 8. So you can basically do what I did for 7, but instead of selecting 7, you'd select the 8 you've installed, since it should download and install to the same directory. And we'll fix this issue. So let's go ahead and run this with JDK7. So you'll notice I've changed it to JDK7. Just FYI, I'm going to go ahead and remove it and add it one more time just for like posterity, right? So in order to remove the library, you don't want JDK7 and 8 in here. You only want one. So I'm just going to go and remove really quick. Show you again. So I clicked on it and clicked remove. That's how you get rid of it. I say add library, JRE system library. Go to my alternate JREs and select which one. Finish. Apply. So it'll be like, oh, it doesn't think anything's wrong. But if we run here, actually, this pop-up came in. A Java exception has occurred. Oop, there it is. Unsupported major minor version 52. So I believe, and go ahead and go in Stack Overflow and prove me wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm feel wrong. What exact dependency in this 410 local checks jar runs on? I'm thinking it's JUnit 4, but I could totally be wrong. But there are some dependencies in here that require some of the libraries supported by Java 8 that Java 7 doesn't support. So we require that you have Java 8. So sorry about that. But the good news is let me go ahead and just change this back. Right, so I removed, and I'm going to add a library, JRE system library, alternate JRE. Oops, well, my default is 8, but I'm just going to go ahead and explicitly set it to that. Apply, good to go. And let's go ahead and run this test. Boom, there it goes. So yeah, you definitely need 8. And let me go ahead and bring up, it's really actually not even the website. If you just type in download JDK8 into Google, the first thing you should be seeing is Oracle. Don't download from a third-party weird mirror. You don't need it. I mean, Java is super free. You go to this site right here. Doesn't matter what subversion here. You can get U10, 101, whatever. But you go down to your OS. For us, most likely you're on a 64-bit Windows machine. If you're on an 86 or 32, I mean, you could probably install this one and still be fine. I would just go with this. And accept the license agreement. Go ahead and download it. It's a fairly large download file, but you're on UNC's Wi-Fi, you should be fine. Or if you're at home, I mean, it's not going to take that long. And that's about it. After you go through the whole wizard and everything, you should have it downloaded on your machine. And when you go to add a system or a JRE library, it should be one of those choices. And I'm just going to show you one more time so you don't have to track back to that video. So imagining again you have Java 8 now installed on your machine. I'm not going to go ahead and remove it. I'm just going to add to show you the window where you can make Eclipse aware of another JDK or JRE you own. So let's go add library. You would say JRE system library. Alternate JRE. So this is where you'd select in your dropdowns of the one Eclipse knows about. And you're like, well, pretend, this JDK wasn't here. 8 wasn't here. You're like, okay, well, how do I get 8 in there? Well, it doesn't know about it. Click on install JREs. I can add standard VM, and I would select the home directory. And again, that'd be PC, C, program files, Java, and they should all be listed right there. So you'd select one of them and press OK. Right? There you go. Then you press finish. And it's yelling at me because it already knows about this guy. So I'm just going to go ahead and cancel that. But that's it. That's really all you need to know here, and that's how you fix that unsupported major minor issue. And hopefully, just in case those PowerPoint slides were any bit ambiguous, I hope this clears the air. So good luck with the assignments and future assignments, and come see us in office hours, or send an email to the comp help email if you guys have any other questions. Thanks.